So in today's video we're going to go over the Trials of the Gods Anubis hard mode. So this is another set of the Anubis for the Crimson set of the Anubis set gear. So to do this, it's actually pretty simple. You can complete it with or without a DLC, but I recommend picking up the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC for this, like Trials of the Gods on hard mode in general, because the quick bow skill is very useful. Because if we have a look at the skill, hail of arrows, consecutive hits while shooting a light bow increases its damage. This skill is very useful because one, you're going to do lots more damage with a light bow with every shot you hit, but if you combine this with a bow with a rate of fire or a range hit multiplier on it, with those two perks, with that, it also allows you to fire your quick bow even faster and have a range hit multiplier. I really recommend using the Morning Sun. It's part of the Horus pack, I think, from the Season Pass DLC, so it's, if you've got Season Pass you should have this. If not, it's probably one of the cheapest packs out there to buy with real money, but you can earn it within the crates. So if you want to earn it that way, you can earn it that way. But this, when it comes to doing Trials of Gods, I also recommend having a bow that will actually give you healing, because then if you're damaged and you don't have your weapon out that can do healing, you can do healing with at range. I also recommend an instant charge weapon because it's really easy to take down guards, like take them off their feet or make them stumble or something like that. It's really useful. And also a weapon that does healing upon hit, because you can heal yourself. I recommend the Sword of the Duat because it is the latest one to come out. It's very easy to get. If you have completed Trials of Gods before on hard, you should have this. If not, I recommend the Hercules Gladius sword because it is the best sword other than the Sword of the Duat for healing damage, and probably the best sword in the game other than the Sword of the Duat. So another thing I say that you should do is when you're in your leveling up your character, put as many skill points into the Warrior Master overall for that tree and for the Hunter overall, because you're going to do miles more melee damage and hunter bow, like your warrior bow, all your bow damage. You can do 1% of every skill you put into that. So if you put 13 skill points within that tree, you'll have 13% more damage, which is going to be good because you want to do as much damage as possible while within this mode, because you want to get them killed very quickly when it comes to enemies that spawn. So let's finally get into the Trials of the God hard mode. So when you first start off, it's going to be like your ordinary Trials of the Gods boss fight is when you just put as much damage into the chest as possible, as well at the same time dodging all the dogs it's thrown at. In hard mode he throws a lot more dogs. I think he throws like 2 more dogs I have, but they're very easy to dodge. Just keep dodging it. If the dog does get close, if you try and press your dodge button twice, you normally do a quick roll, so it's very easy to dodge these dogs, because when you do your quick roll, you roll and then you press it as soon as you roll, and you will roll right into another roll, which is very useful. So after this, he will spawn in some guards. These guards for me were very easy because I'm level 55, which is the highest with the Curse of the Pharaohs DLC, which I recommend you get for this because it is very useful for the weapons in it. Are very powerful for Trials of the Gods. So you just want to take out these guys. They're very simple. So these guards are not going to be hard. If you know from last week, they were pretty hard because Sekhmet was one of the hardest boss fights to do. But these guys aren't that hard. No big guards spawn at all in this. Just you'll have to keep doing it by killing guards. And at one point he will spawn dogs or I think they're jackals. I think they are jackals. So you want to continue through, because after you defeat these bodyguards, you will go back into damage phase where you damage his chest again, and then after doing that, during the damage phase, he will send dogs after you again, but it's very simple as last time. Then we spawn a bit more guards in. You do the same as you did last time by killing the guards, and then you'll go back into another damage phase, and then it'll finally spawn some jackals in. So for the jackals, I recommend that you do not use weapons on, like melee weapons on these dogs. It's just because they do a lot of damage very quickly. It's because their attacks, as soon as they get one in, they can pretty much attack you right after another one. They're pretty much good at rapid attacks, so I would recommend collecting arrows from around the map and just keep on using them against the dog. if you get trapped, try and get out of the circle area that Anubis spawned, because if you get trapped in there with the dogs while they're attacking you, especially multiple dogs, you will die. So you want to keep on moving around as quickly as possible as you can while shooting arrows at these dogs. As soon as that's done, you go back into the final damage phase, in which you just shoot him a couple times, and then he will go into, well, dying. Because he does his continue, oh, I'm dying, and his health drains, and there you go, Trials of Gods is done. And then after that, you will unlock this scepter, the second, and it's going to be a 4 combat multiplayer, a 3 adrenaline on kill, and health on kill. It's probably the best melee weapon for long range melee attack. So your scepters, it's probably the best scepter weapon in the game, because you can do a lot of damage and get that adrenaline really quickly, so you can do more damage, and plus you get health upon that, so that's really good. But anyway guys, if you want to know more about these Trials of Gods, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Now as always, I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.